vocês vão amar esse vídeo! Gente, sejam muito bem-vindos novamente ao canal e no vídeo de hoje eu vou trazer para você a tradução de uma live sensacional com a Rhonda Byrne. A Rhonda Byrne, para quem não conhece, é a escritora dos livros O Segredo, A Magia, O Maior Segredo e faltou aqui O Poder, né? Que é mais um livro dela aqui da trilogia que ela já tinha criado. Esse aqui foi lançado em 2021 e eu sou a maníaca do segredo aqui, pelo jeito, né? Mas ela deu, né? Ela fez uma live esses dias aí no Instagram dela que eu achei sensacional tudo que ela fala. Tudo que ela fala nessa live simplesmente faz todo sentido com tudo que eu tenho falado, né? E tenho ensinado pra vocês, que basicamente tem também na influência dela, por todos os estudos que eu já fiz. E nesse vídeo aqui eu vou trazer para você a tradução, a legenda, na verdade, né? O vídeo legendado em português. Eu acredito que você não vai achar essa live legendada em nenhum outro canal. Então, se você gostar de tudo que você vai ver, já compartilha com o maior número de pessoas. Comenta pra mim se você gostou dessa ideia de eu legendar os vídeos da Rhonda, porque eu tô achando que eu vou trazer mais disso por aqui, ok? E já se inscreve no canal aqui, deixa o seu joinha pra eu saber e pro YouTube entender que o conteúdo é legal e que mais pessoas merecem receber ele também como sugestão. Fechado? Então, bora pro vídeo e depois não esquece de comentar pra mim aí o que você achou.
Welcome to Effortless Manifestation. Someone asked from Instagram how to wake up feeling happy and grateful. I wake up with worry and sadness, and I'm sure a few people have found it hard, you know, to wake up feeling really happy and grateful. But the thing is, to wake up feeling happy and grateful, we have to go to bed feeling happy and grateful. You can't go to bed all worried and sad and wake up happy and grateful. You will wake up exactly in the same way as that you went to sleep. So therefore, nighttime is the most important time while you're laying in bed and before you go to sleep. So yes, to wake up happy and grateful, you need to go to bed just going through gratitude. And if you go through gratitude, that's going to make you happy and you will wake up. I promise you, if you do it really well, as you wake up in the morning, you will hear gratitude thoughts. That's when you know you really nailed it. So someone else asked, can you manifest behavior from others? And specifically, is it possible to help others be happier? So can you make somebody else angry? The answer is no, you can't. Anybody who gets angry, they have that anger inside them already. And so something in the outside world might be a trigger, but it is absolutely not the cause. Never, ever, ever. So the cause is within us, that we have a suppressed emotion within us, and it is trying to find a way to release the pressure and get out. And so, no, the answer is no. You cannot make somebody else angry. You cannot manifest behavior from others. Remember that the creative process and the law of attraction, you can create your life and everybody else creates their life. You have the freedom to do that and they have the freedom to create their lives. The second part of the question, is it possible to help others be happier? Again, it's each person's responsibility for their own happiness. And happiness is an inside job. It doesn't come from the world. It's an inside job. You can decide to be happy. You can choose to be happy despite what's going on around you. Basically, it's your responsibility. You need to focus on the inside. However, if you are really happy and joyful, that can affect others. That can kind of lift them up if they're sort of feeling down. So just being happy is an amazing thing, because as we travel around in the world and we make contact with people, then we will help lift them up a bit from where they were. Okay, somebody has asked, I'm really trying to manifest clear skin. I've tried scripting, but it's not working. I'm also desperate because I want it by a certain date. Is it possible? Okay, so the desperate part is the part that's stopping you from manifesting it, because the desperate part is saying, I don't have it yet. And you have to believe you have it already. It doesn't matter what it is. Clear skin, house, car, new partner. You have to believe that you have it already. So you could visualize, for example, any of your friends saying to you, just visualize them saying to you, wow, your skin looks incredible. What have you been using on it? Just imagine those kinds of conversations. Keep imagining them all of the time until you are absolutely convinced you have clear skin. Okay? And the certain date makes it a little tricky too, because it's kind of putting pressure on you. But if you just do what I'm asking you to do, I'm sure you can do it. You can do it. You're the infinite being. You can have anything you want. You can have clear skin by tomorrow if you believe it. So yeah, okay. So Carly asks, can you go over how to welcome negative emotions? I find it very difficult. Okay, so in my latest book, The Greatest Secret, the most important practice in that book, without a doubt, is welcoming negative emotions, because when you welcome any negative emotion, you are dissolving it from within your body, from within the subconscious mind. The next time, say for example, if it was anger, the next time you feel anger, it's not nearly as bad. You welcome again, the time after that, it's reducing until it's not possible for you to feel anger anymore. And with that anger gone from your body, the health of your body is working brilliantly. But two, you will just manifest like you can't believe, like just a single little flimsy thought, and it will manifest. Also, negative emotions are covering over your basic nature, which is happiness. And all of this I explain in The Greatest Secret. I explain it all in here. So to get rid of those emotions is really, really important. So now I wanted to explain that to everybody who doesn't know about the welcoming process. What we tend to do with negative emotions is we tend to resist them because they don't feel good, right? And so we want to push them away. We don't want to feel them. We don't want to feel fear. We don't want to feel disappointment, impatience, and anger. And so we'll push them away. We think we're pushing them away, but in actual fact, we're pushing them down here into our body, into the subconscious mind. And they act like a pressure cooker. They're causing harm to the body, but they also act like a pressure cooker in that they need to release some energy so that, because they're just about to burst. And so they'll find something in the world, an emotion will find something in the world to get angry about, to release the pressure in your body. And so welcoming is the opposite to resisting. You're pushing them away. Now you're not going to do that. Now you're going to welcome the negative emotion. So when a negative emotion arises, basically what you're going to do is kind of do nothing. You know, really, welcoming is just stopping us from resisting. What I do is I imagine that that emotion is a really, really good friend of mine, and I'm just allowing it to be here. I'm allowing it to be here in the body. And I just imagine that it's a friend, and I put my arms around it. And as you welcome it or allow it to be here, something absolutely incredible happens. It just dissolves. It just dissolves. And in that moment, you have managed to get rid of a whole lot of that negative emotion in your body. And so that's why this is the most incredible process, because A, you will get happier and happier. B, every desire you've ever wanted will be fulfilled. And C, you will have the most incredible life, a life free of fear, and knowing who you are and understanding the incredible power you have in the world. So just imagine that you have a friend and you're putting your arms around a friend. That is how I do it. But also too, what you can do is just open your arms up like this, because opening your arms like this sort of opens the whole chest area, and that automatically makes you stop resisting, right? And you open like this and you will feel that negative emotion dissolve. And it's the best. And just do it until it dissolves. And don't be concerned. Don't let any thoughts bother you about it. Just do this one practice. It's the most incredible practice in this book. how do I feel, from Liz, how do I feel and act as if I don't have money problems when I can't pay my bills? Okay, well, you're talking to somebody, you're talking to somebody that had the exact same problem. I was in so much debt making The Secret. I mortgaged my home. I took overdrafts on my company. I maxed out my credit cards to the limit. And so I know what it's like. So first of all, when you can't pay your bills, one of the things that I did with my bills is I knew I needed to feel good. Right? And it's very hard when you can't pay your bills to feel good, because you get a pit in your stomach, you can't pay them, and or you can't sleep, and all of those thoughts come. So the first thing to do is do whatever you need to do, whether it's gratitude, listen to your favorite song that you want to dance to, or just do something that makes you feel really, really, really good. And while you were feeling really good, open up your bills. This is what I used to do. I didn't open them up when I felt bad, because I knew if I did that, I would attract more bills. So I opened them up when I felt really good. Then I pretended that every one of those bills was a check for me. And I would tally up the bills as though they were all checks. And then I would get all excited that I'd just received all of this money in the mail. And that's what I would do. And, then I would pay a little bit off a bill when I could pay it off. But then when I did pay something off the bill, here's something else that I did. And you will see that all of this is about stopping resistance, and it's about feeling good. Also, I did affirmations every day with every footstep. I would write checks to myself. I would do all kinds of things. They're all the practices that I would do in the Money app. But other than that, affirmations are so great to do affirmations. And it helps to kind of convince you that you have some more money. And so the most important thing is to feel good, just feel good about opening up the bills. And so you've got to get yourself feeling good. And I know what it's like. It took a lot for me to do it, but I did it. I was absolutely determined. Oh, yes, here was the other thing that I was going to tell you. When you're paying a bill, I would pay it. And so what I would do is I would imagine all of the people that work in that company, and that the money that I'm paying is going to help them buy food for their family, pay for fuel for their car. It's going to help pay their mortgage. It's going to help buy clothes. And then, so I would think of everybody in the company. Then I would think about all of the other companies that connect to that company. So I think of the truck drivers, how this money that I'm paying to this company ultimately is going to help the truck drivers who deliver goods to this company, and it's going to help their families. And so I would just keep thinking about all of these people that my money that I'm paying is going to help. And oh my God, it just did wonders. It really did wonders. So that's something else that I would highly recommend. And I think if you can do those two things, you'll be great. Then the second thing is, and this is really important, because this I learned from The Secret to the Greatest Secret. And so when, at the time of The Secret, I would imagine that I had to manifest something in the world, right? Something physical in the world. That just seems so big. Oh my gosh, I've got to manifest this solid thing in the world. When in truth, we already know that there's nothing solid. We put a microscope on our body, it's mostly space. It's like a trick, really, that everything looks solid, but it isn't the case. And so what I came to understand is you're not creating something solid. All you have to do is create an image. That's it. Just an image. It's not the really hard thing of creating something solid, like I'm going to create a glass of water. No, you are just going to have an image in your mind of you drinking a glass of water, for example. And that is all you have to do. That's it. Like, it's so easy. It's really, really easy. And so you keep doing that until you believe. And that's how effortless it is. So if you feel that you're trying to manifest something and you're really kind of efforting, You don't want that, because it just means you don't believe yet. So that means you've got more work to do to really get yourself to believe, more imagining, more visualizing, more affirmations, because our mind is just a program. That's all it is. And so if it's not believing that you have something, it's simply because of thoughts you put into it before. And so all you need to do is put thoughts in that you have something and keep visualizing, because visualizing is just thoughts in pictures. Okay, that's all it is. It's the same thing. It's thought. It's just thought in pictures. And so keep visualizing, keep thinking. If you don't like visualizing, just use thought. Works just as well. And the moment you believe, it will manifest. So I have to go. I'm so sorry. I don't want to. But I'm going to do this again, right? Had the best time ever. And thank you with all my heart to all of you for joining this. And I would like to leave you with these final words from one of the teachers in The Greatest Secret. If you will just think about what you want, that's all you will ever get. Love you all. Bye.